Good evening, everybody. We are back at Halloween Horror Nights to do something I'm a little nervous about, and that is to try some very weird and peculiar foods here at the event. Now, you know that they like to, dress up their foods, put some fake blood and things like that, but there are some just really weird, bizarre items in there, and we're gonna try them for you today and kind of give you our honest opinions on them, whether or not they are just for show or maybe they're actually really delicious. So either way, let's get inside the park and try some of this food. I feel like every time we come to Halloween Horror Nights, I feel like the music has changed. I feel like whatever soundtrack they're using is shifting week to week, and maybe I just don't hear it enough, but it feels different this week, and last week it felt different from opening weekend, so I don't really know if they have just like a wide base of some music options, but I'm kind of digging it. As you walk in, there's different music in the park than like outside of the park. I thought it was all in the same. It's actually different. We still have yet to see the Oddfellow show. One day we'll see it. I feel like I see him a few times walking around, but very rarely do we ever see him actually doing the show. I wonder if that's some of the team members that worked on BAM 69 back there. It's like a little photo op there. It is the wrong park. This is Toy Story. Very bizarre looking. I didn't really get a good chance to look at a lot of this stuff. Oh yeah, look at this too. So I wonder if that's the team that did Jungle of Doom. This is a lot of fun. Coming here in the daylight, actually kind of nice. So you get some of these fun little touches in here to kind of experience more of what it is. There's one of those little rats.
A little Toy Story too.
It kind of does look a little Toy Story-esque. We still have yet to get the banners back after the hurricane came through. These were up for opening night, and then I think they took them down after that. I don't know if maybe there's just too much wind and too much rain, or maybe they got damaged. Now, I know everybody wants to see us eat that Carnival dog, and we will be saving that for a little while. Not too much longer, but we gotta save it for just a little bit. So, Nicole, what do you think we should do first? We've got that ravioli, which looks really weird. There is the snowball, but maybe we get something a little bit more savory. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I wish we had a menu with everything they offered here, so I could see it all at once.
Well, we don't totally know yet. We do have the peanut butter burger, which is also a little bizarre. I think we're really trying to look at things that look just super disturbing. I don't really know yet. I guess we'll have to let you know in just a second what we end up deciding. So we did determine we're gonna come over here to the Last of Us food booth. One of the two options here. This one is where you can get that ravioli, and it's like you're kind of dealing with your rations here. So we're gonna start with that. It looks very bizarre. You kind of have these cordyceps growing out of it. So this will be our first stop, trying the ravioli here at Halloween Horror Nights. It looks like they did fix the Fedra flag. I haven't really been noting that recently, but it was flipped over on opening night, I think, because of the wind. Or maybe it wasn't on opening night. Maybe it was the day before when I was doing updates. But either way, it is up and operational now, and it's no longer flipped. Also, the line, pretty long here. I feel like part of the fun from ordering here is coming into Sting Alley and getting to experience everything in here. It is a long line though, definitely backed up here. Still probably the best themed booth at the event this year. So cool, and the way you kind of move through, you feel like you are literally living in a quarantine zone almost. All right, we picked up our ravioli. The cool part about this is it comes in this little tin that you can kind of rinse out and keep, which we will do. Also, it's very hot, nice and fresh right now. All right, here we go. Smells better, looks better. Hopefully it tastes better. It looks like you get a pretty decent portion in there as well, which is always a huge plus. We're gonna let Nicole do a little redemption because of the issues last time. Let us know what you think there. Doesn't want to bite in. Now she's too cautious because of the hot dog.
They're good. They're regular cheese ravioli. Yummy. Could probably use a little more flavor, but they're good. They're just ravioli.
Have you tried? Oh, there they are. That's the tempura.
Cheese.
Yeah, tempura mushrooms, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks interesting nonetheless. Struggling to get it. How are the tempura mushrooms? I've never heard of tempura mushrooms before.
They're good. They're just fried mushrooms.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is much better. Much more my style. So.
Well, all right, I'll have to try it out. Like I said, you get a nice portion size in there. Take a look at that. It's pretty filled up. And this is actually this is a big size cup. It's not just like your typical Chef Boyardee or whatever. I mean, that's a large can there. Again, very cool that you get a little souvenir with this one as well. Also, we are back here in this alley by the Gotham bathroom. But I love the music that they play in Vamp 69. Very spread out zone. And like I said before, it's kind of bizarre because some of the characters blend in. But it's just such a vibe. All right, we're gonna try this out. Here we go. So it's good. It's more of a cheese ravioli. It's not a beef ravioli. So it's not incredibly flavorful. But overall, that's a solid little ravioli bit, and again, with the portion size, definitely happy about that one. So weirdly enough, I'm not a mushroom person at all. I pass on most mushroom things. I don't mind the flavor of it if it's in the dish, but I don't like the mushroom itself, if that makes sense. And the tempura mushrooms actually aren't too bad. So the one thing I do wish is a little bit more flavor from maybe the cheese in here, but I like the sauce. It feels pretty good. I feel like it's cooked well. It was hot and fresh. Can't complain. Also, we are getting a little bit of drizzle. I know it's probably not able to be picked up on camera, but it is just starting to come down a little bit, and you can kind of see the skies over there. Hoping that it kind of holds off on us for just a little bit longer. We have a few more items to try here. We didn't even realize that there was garlic bread in this the whole time. We just found it, so I guess we'll let you know what we think of the garlic bread. Is there only one piece in there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let us know what you think. It's probably soft, right? Probably absorbed. Yeah, because of it absorbs that marinara or whatever. How's the flavor on it? Garlicky?
Not really.
No?
But good.
Yeah. So overall, it feels like this is a solid dish. Nice portion size. How much was it? $9?
$9 after our discount, I think.
Here is a look at the Chucky line, by the way, for his food booth. Very long. They have the popcorn chicken here, which looks really good. So I'm sure that's probably what people are getting. Or even maybe that drink I've heard has been kind of interesting too. So it seems like they have a few good options over here. Plus they have Flamin' Hot Cheeto popcorn. I've heard mixed reviews on the chicken as far as heat levels. I've heard the chicken's pretty good, but I've heard some people say it's incredibly hot, some of the hottest food that they've had at a theme park. And I've heard other people say it's a 3 or 4, so maybe it depends on how much sauce you get on it. So you could see the bar this year is definitely more bumping than some of the other years. I feel like they definitely did a better job making it feel like a vibe, and you have David S. Pumpkins over there, so it's drawing some crowds over there for sure for some David S. Pumpkins action. Sounds like the Nightmare Fuel show is going right now. I believe it is the 8 p.m. show. This is their first show of the night right now. We are still early enough. Again, I've been hearing some phenomenal things about it. We haven't seen it yet, but we will. It's just we have plans when we come, and a lot of things are going on. But I have heard very good things. Either way, we are coming over here to Oddfellows Twisted Origins right now. This is actually a very good house. We really like it. Lots of bonking, lots of sounds. It's just a fun house. I feel like we have gotten a cast change almost every single time we go into houses this year. It's crazy. And here we are with, looks like a full set change too. A lot of people coming in. I feel like I haven't even seen some of the hair on some of these people. Looks like Who characters. Whoville. That was a very good run of Oddfellow. A few missing boo holes overall, but we're going to come do Darkest Deal now since they are right next to each other here. And I do want to point out they have some new characters in there. Definitely a number of new characters. So they're already changing it up again. I just feel like they continuously change. New boo holes are filled, new characters being introduced. Very fun. But either way, let's head over to Darkest Deal. Now I know that this is a food review, but again, we're making a little bit of room just because, you know, we have eaten a little bit here. But I do want to point out both of the 10 houses this year have been phenomenal. They are two of some of the best 10 houses, in my opinion, some of the best houses this year overall. In my opinion, again, personal opinion. What is our next food item, do you think? Do we do the bloody snowball next? A little dessert? Done too savory?
Treat?
Yeah, maybe so.
Or do we end on the sweet treat?
I don't know. That's a hard choice. The bloody snowball looks pretty good though. So what do you think would be like a weird item? Do you think like the Chucky item would be really weird? Just, you know, like the bloody popcorn chicken? Do you think the peanut butter burger?
Is that bloody?
peanut butter burger.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
So maybe that and the bloody snowball. Hey, you know what? We never said we were gonna like the food today or be obsessed with the food. We just said we were gonna try it for you
that
guys.
One
so
sounds so weird though.
yeah, all right. Then maybe that's what our choice is. And then we end with the bloody snowball to
All right,
hopefully end on a good note. We haven't tried any of them, so we say it like we're gonna like it. All right, we have finished up with Darkest Steel. Such a good house, like I said, but we now need to go through Jungle of Doom to go pick up this peanut butter burger. Definitely a weird one, so let's head through. Yeah, we want There's the odd fellow. You know, I was originally gonna try and do like the pineapple pizza because I think that's super weird. I still yet to try pineapple pizza of any kind, but I think to keep true to today's video, again, we do have to get this peanut butter burger because it just looks and just sounds so weird. And then again, we will do that bloody snowball. Those will be our last two items here, so let's go try these out. We are coming over here. This is where the peanut butter burger is, at the little Mel's like new dine-in section over here, since the diner is not open. So it looks like it's pretty popping here right now. Wow, they got a lot of food back there. It kind of smells like Mel's in a little bit of a sense, almost like a diner here. Here it is, the peanut butter burger, and I gotta say, like, it looks a little weird, but I mean, the meat looks pretty decent. You know, you can see some of the seasoning on there. I think the red bun is definitely something that is gonna throw you off a little bit. And I think you got like that jelly or whatever is on top there. I don't really know what that is there either. I don't know if that's edible or not. I guess we'll have to see, but definitely seems decently appealing. Again, minus the coloring. Doesn't seem too bad. So the plate was quite hot when we picked it up, but I don't really know, like there's like a little bit of that jelly on top. I don't know if I should try and get that in there, so I think I'm gonna try and like spread it around, I guess. I'll use this little piece of bacon here to spread it. Oh, it's a thick jelly. All right, here we go. I gotta set the plate down. There we go. Peanut butter burger. Smells all right. That's actually not bad. Minus that sweet jelly, that's actually a pretty good burger. I think the peanut butter is like on the top. I think it's like coated or something on there. So I don't know, I'll have to try a few more bites of it, but initial thoughts, like the jelly's just a little too sweet in my opinion for a burger like that. You know, I think a lot of people, enjoy like barbecue sauce on their burgers, and this doesn't really hit that note. This is definitely more of like a very sweet, again, raspberry cherry-y style burger topping. I don't really know what you would call that. Is it a topping? Is it just part of the bun? I don't know. Either way, original thoughts, like I said, not bad. I think that's actually a pretty good burger. I would maybe get that again and just like ask for like no jelly or whatever, because it's such a small portion anyway. So I just tried a bite of the bacon on its own because Nicole wanted to try that quick, that piece that I kind of spread it, and that is spicy. Like that's got a kick to it. So there is some sort of peppery spice to it. Like it's not like a buffalo type of spice. It's definitely a peppery type spice, but that is some spice on that bacon.
So I don't know if I really got a lot of jelly in the bite, or if the jelly's just subtle, but that's a lot better than I was thinking it was going to be. The burger itself is really good, but there is just like an overall spice to it. Not too hot, but like weird to have a spicy burger.
I think that's what it's meant to do, is you have like a little bit of blood on your lips there. Final thoughts on the burger here. We were saving a little bit of room, so we took off the bread and just finished up the meat. It is a double patty, so keep that in mind. That's always a huge plus to kind of have a double patty there. I wasn't getting a ton of peanut butter overall. That's something I just wasn't getting a lot of flavor with. I don't think Nicole was either. But overall, that was actually a pretty good burger. I think I would get that again. The plate was very hot when we got it, by the way. Also, I guess if you want a little like plastic black plate from HHN, you can take it home. There's nothing as far as like markings on it go or anything, so it's just a black plate, but it was good. Highly recommend. Now on to the bloody snowball. Uh-oh, it looks like the Carnival dog line has started to get backed up. Looks like people might be picking up the dog. Also, I think I'm surprised not more people are getting the popsicles here. Maybe more people are trying some of the specific food to the event, which makes sense, but those are some really good popsicles. I should point out as well that that burger was very sticky. Whatever that jam or jelly is, like my hands are kind of grossly sticky. So keep that in mind as well. Have some like wet wipes or something on you. You might have to go to the bathroom and wash up after that. Either way, we are coming over here to get that bloody snowball. I do like that the sweet treats are only like $5 compared to like, 8 to 12 for some of the more savory options. Well, we have picked up the bloody snowball. Here we go. A nice dessert item now, finally. And you can kind of see on there, there's like little specks of blood, kind of like drizzled in the snow is I think what it's meant to be. It's our first sweet treat, finally. I feel like we've been doing some savory options, but again, we had to do the weird food, and a lot of the weird food is a little bit more savory, but this is finally a sweet option here. So we're gonna dig in, and hopefully this is pretty good. Now, Nicole is definitely more of a fan of coconut than I am, so I think she's gonna be a better person to give you like the full review here. I will still probably really enjoy this based on kind of what I'm seeing, but I just wanna let you know, again, she's much more of a coconut person versus me.
I can already tell you there's like barely any buttercream inside. Like there's this one little dollop for this whole half.
Yeah.
So that's kind of unfortunate because I want like frosting in it, but.
I was gonna say, typically Universal has such good like treats and buttercream. Like they have a very good just sweet treat selection here. So hopefully this doesn't disappoint.
No, that's super good. Very coconutty, almost like a tiny bit of cinnamon. And I was like, wait, like, is there cinnamon? Because I'm not a big cinnamon person. But overall good. I would like some more buttercream inside though. But the cake is good, the frosting is good, coconut's good.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to try it out, but again, I think Universal always comes in clutch with their desserts, so let's see if I feel the same. Here we go, time for the bloody snowball. Yeah, immediately coconut. There is definitely a coconut flavor to that, and no lack of it there. I will agree. I do feel like it should have a little bit more of that buttercream in there, but overall, a nice sweet treat. It's nice and cold too, which again, kind of comes along with that snowball feel. And I don't know if they just put it in a refrigerator or whatever, but at least they keep to that theme of like a cold snowball. And for that, I got to commend them. It is good. If you like coconut, definitely something worth picking up. You get a little bit of that chocolate, but the dominant flavor in this, hands down, is that coconut. Well, if it's any idea on how good it was, I feel like we definitely went through this very quickly. I know you can't tell how much time has passed, but it's been like 2 minutes. We kind of devoured that. It was good. I think pretty much, so far, the items have been pretty good. What we do need to go try is that Carnival dog. Like I said, everything so far has been good, and I would definitely recommend all of those options. But the Carnival dog, that is the big question mark people want to know about. Alright, now that we have finished up a little bit of hanging out inside of Vamp 69, it is on to our last item, which is the Carnival dog. And we're going to do a little bit of movie magic for you guys right about now. Alright, we are now trying the Carnival dog, and I know that the lighting might look a little different, but we obviously had to save this for later because it is the most weird and just peculiar looking thing, and it's gotten some mixed reviews. But now it is time. We are getting the Carnival dog. Enjoy our review of this monstrosity. Alright, if you guys are enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up as we are going into the Carnival dog. After annual pass holder discount, it was like $9 and change. Smells very pickly, bubblegummy. Very nervous for this one. I think I'm actually gonna cut it in half to make sure I get everything, so hold on one second. And there we go, we are cut in half. It smells not good. To be fair, it is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think, weirdly enough, the flavors kind of go together. I just don't know if they go together on this, if that makes sense. So I think it's very sweet for a hot dog. Is it the worst thing I've had? No, Let me try another bite though and like confirm everything first. I don't think, it's not the absolute worst thing I've ever had. I'm telling you. In all honesty, that pickle milkshake from Epcot I actually think was worse than this. It kind of works in a weird way, and I could see what they were trying to do with it. I just don't think it's very good, but I don't like hate it. And it's not so overwhelming that I'm like, oh, I can't have this at all. It's just, it's weird. The thought of it's not very good. But overall, I don't absolutely hate it. Again, one more bite just to confirm my suspicions. Yes, this is gonna be my third bite on this thing. But overall, I'm not absolutely hating it yet. Yeah, it's just weird. It's a bizarre combination of food that kind of work together. I think they would work together in a sweet dessert. I think if they were to make like a sweet treat with some of this, I think it would have done better. I think the hot dog portion of it is what's making it like the not very good part. But overall, like, I don't absolutely hate it, and I've had way worse things than this. I'll probably eat most of it, though we are doing this bit later than like the earlier bit, so I need to save a little bit of room. But either way, don't hate it.
I don't think I am nearly as brave as Dillon. But in my defense, like, bubblegum makes me super grossed out. So I think that's what I'm most nervous about, is this bubblegum mustard. As goofy as that seems, but I'm not gonna have 3 bites though.
All right, give us your brutally honest review of the Carnival dog.
So the first portion of the bite I thought was okay. And then I went in for like the bubblegum pickle, and I knew it was gonna mess me up, and it messed me up. So I didn't get to finish it.
Well, there you go. Carnival dog in the books. I got through it no problem. Could not show you Nicole's full reaction there, unfortunately. Just know that it was not great. And yeah, either way, I don't know if I would recommend it. It's probably something you try. It's very sweet though. Like, it's a weirdly sweet combination of flavors. I do think if they put that in like a dessert, it would have maybe done a little better, but maybe people are gonna try it just because of how unique it is. Either way, Carnival dog, done. Yeah, interesting. Well, I guess I need to know what you guys think about some of these foods. Are you excited to try them? Do you wanna just let them all kind of sit in their areas and say no thank you? Or what are you kind of feeling? Obviously, there's so many different foods here at Halloween Horror Nights this year. Those were just some of the weird ones. Again, that was the point of today, is just try some of these really bizarre foods that are around there. And honestly, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Minus that Carnival dog, which again, I didn't find horrible. I don't think it was too bad. Either way, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.